thank you for inviting me here to discuss the bill and its impact not only on the Northeast Corridor, which serves up to 800,000 rail passengers every day, but on commuter railroads across the nation. Working hard to let Congress know how important the Bipartisan Infrastructure Act is and what it's meant to us. Northeast Corridor Commission is to help coordinate and advocate for funding for the whole corridor from Washington to Boston. It's a real game changer. Whether it be we have our assets, some of them are well over 100 years old, and they have not been. They were underinvested when it was in the private sector before it went bankrupt, and for those of us who were taken over in the public sector, there's been a long deficit in our basic state of good repair, much less future expansion and modernizing. So this is the first really huge shot to help us, recover from decades of underinvestment. We need dedicated funding, predictable funding, whether it be competitive grants or our baseline funding. And you set a factory or something like that, they need multi-year predictions. You don't hire somebody one year and fire them the next year. So that reliable, dedicated, adequate funding is critical to be successful. It's amazing. I was there in the 80s, and I go back and forth ever since, but where they were shoveling coal into old German and Japanese locomotives, and you've seen what the transformation of transportation infrastructure has done to bring China from basically the Middle Ages to being an advanced country on the transportation side. I'm often riding in the head end of the train, so I can't have anything electronic. But otherwise, I play the piano, so jazz, classical, you name it. So my daughter does my Spotify playlist, so I have a really eclectic mix. A whole range. I think the biggest step we've now really came out of a deep hole last 6 years. If you remember what we were testifying when I first came on. So we're in a good position, and it's now fun. So Beyonce, Taylor Swift, Army Navy game, we're part of the experience now. It's not just transporting from A to B, really getting into the fabric of society and being part of that. So I think technology is going to be a really big player. Bring our game up to be really world class, not just national class.